Hello everybody, welcome back to another stream to Nikke. Man, okay, today we're just gonna have to focus on completing the 3rd anniversary part 2. I don't know, do I want to actually spend the... I probably want to spend the tickets. So I'll buy probably 1 ticket, I think. But we shall see. Anyway, starting off with low value pool. Nothing. Feels bad. Since we have, I think, 1 pool for each banner, so we're gonna have quite a lot of stuff. Yep. Starting off the day, I think relatively strong. 2 purple, 1 blue. That just means decent. Anyway, I'm gonna do 110 pool for this one. Nothing. Feels bad, man. Yep. Okay, 1. Let's do another pool, and then we shall go story and nothing. Feels bad. Yes, Italia. Another 5. It's balance. Today's luck is balance. That's all I can say. Balance luck. But we shall move on, I guess. Another purple. Huh? I mean, the just days that are just really bad days, right? But I heard you talk shit. I give you 5 instead of 6. I give you 6 instead of 5. Yeah. The game knows I'm talking trash, dude. The appropriate response. Okay, well, I think enough pulling. I think. Another 5. You see, the luck is there. It's not tilting yet, so gonna have to do it for a few more rounds. But anyway, how is everybody's faring? I guess. We should have some time later on, I think, to do the surface again. So we'll do surface a little bit today on stream. Other than that, I don't think we're doing Hollow Knight or whatever today, so it's probably just gonna be just this stream and that's all. Wow, App Store reward. Which App Store? Apple. Got free temples, which I will take it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. By the way, I did get Stellar Blade and I did play to the point. But I will stop playing Stellar Blade, I think, on my private profile because Faithy, another YouTuber friend of mine, actually want to see me play it, so I'm just going to leave it as that and then probably start a new save after learning a lot of stuff from the game. No, we shall see. But yeah, originally I didn't want to do it because I realized how hard mode was. I played Stellar Blade hard mode for a good 15 hours. Start on the first boss, died multiple times. I'm trying to unlock stuff, so. But here's the thing, right? Faithy said that he managed to win and challenge the thing properly. I'm like, bullcrap. Bullcrap, absolute bullcrap. It's so difficult to play the game already, and he's saying that he managed to do it on stream hard mode. I don't recall him playing hard mode, that's the thing. So my opinion on the game was also greatly skewed, or re-skewed at least, so So I'm just gonna say that I'm not gonna put it in as I will do stellar bait, you know. Even if you request it, okay? Maybe if you watch it, I know. I might not do it, okay? Don't hold me on this Discord. Yeah. So with that out of the way, right? Yeah. I also got a skin. Actually, I showed you guys. This is actually a gacha skin, but you can get it on Stellar Blade for way cheaper. But you just have to go through the annoying grind until the first town. Which, oh boy, if you're playing on normal mode, that can go anywhere between 4 hours to 6 hours. That's I think end of chapter 2. Sorry, end of chapter 1. If you count prologue as one chapter as well. End of chapter 1. Not fast. A lot of cutscene, a lot of exploration, a lot of mechanics to learn, a lot of grinding if you're playing on hard mode. So yeah, but if I'm not wrong, the code should be expiring soon. So if you want to get your chance at getting this skin, because this is the only way to get the skin now. The gacha skin banner is long gone already. You have to go Stellar Blade, get the deluxe, I believe, and it will have Nikke's DLC included. Finish it, but I don't remember whether it stopped generating in November or whatnot, but I know it stops redeeming in December. So depending on when you get it between now, whenever this video is live or stream is live, and next month basically, you might not be able to get the skin until they renew it. Because it's basically, they just have to renew the code generator and then they can basically make it work again, right? So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So the reason why I say that is because when you get the DLC, renew the DLC, you actually have to generate the code then and there. So basically, you just need to initialize the code generation, and then it should work again, right? But anyway, it's how to say, the collab was actually a few months back, so if you haven't got it, this is just a PSA, right? I guess there's nothing really that you must get it. I don't think the skin is that good, but however, I mean it's still a gacha skin, right? So yeah, so yeah. Okay. Okay, with that out of the way, we can actually go into our true content today, Goddess Fall Part 2. Mission 6 to 10 or maybe 12, I don't know. Depends. Yeah, I just finished lunch, so I'm a little bit hiccupy. Like, I feel like hiccuping every once in a while, so hopefully that shouldn't affect much. Yeah, but anyway, on social media, people are already spoiling the ending of this chapter, so I do know of some stuff, not everything, but I'm not gonna say much though. What is... Yeah. Let's start today's stream with this. Okay.
気が進まないというのには無理強いはできません。やりたくはありません。ラプチャーにも皆さんにも死んでほしくありません。ラプチャーを殺したいとは思えません。でも
Marion stares straight at Nayuta. Her eyes are still glazed with sorrow. Tear streaks etch down her cheeks. あなたの前で言えることではありません。
本当は単なる機械じゃないんでしょう。分身はみんな生きているんですよね。何をもって生きているとすれば定義にもよるでしょうが、一般的にはそう考えられるでしょう。やります。誰もが全てをかけて自分を削りながら戦っています。私も
If Marion don't awaken, she will still die anyway. Cause even though she's technically Rapture Queen, no one's gonna listen to her and she's gonna get ousted out. So she has to do it. The giant rain bullets and missiles down the Queen's space station. Stripped of its weaponry, the station is left utterly defenseless, unable to do anything but endure the barrage. I want to hide it and take a look at Modernia's suit. That is kind of revamped. If we remember how Modernia looks in the Daily Boss rotation, full black, a lot more missile launchers, I think, and generally a lot of miniguns. This is the first time we see her transform in her queen form, not a heretic form. So, but she's, I guess you could say, right, that she is a heretic, but she's now an activated queen, so she's, I guess precedent-wise, her queen form is different, right? And it's contrasting itself with the color of the space station as well. So could it be that the Rapture color would change based on whether the queen made them or if it was infected heretic? Because generally the infected heretics we have seen thus far are black in color. There's also the fact that some of the heretics are born from the queen directly, but they are not white though. Or are they? What if the color of the Rapture determines their sovereignty? That might be something we could look at. Let's keep the color theory in mind, I guess. A thunderous explosion tears through it, and its shattered components come falling down like deadly hail. Countless Raptures are obliterated beneath the crashing wreckage. The giant pulls back, then deploys the particle cannon mounted on her shoulder. Light begins to pool inside the barrel, quickly reaching critical mass. The air ripples as particles quiver on the brink of release. Indivilia is still here. Having taken the form of a gigantic centipede, Indivilia unleashes a bolt of lightning that tears through the sky, stretching towards the giant's body. In an instant, Mariam's massive body vanishes as if it had never been there in the first place. Without warning, Mariam's massive form appears behind the Queen's space station. Huh? What? What does that mean? What does that mean? Forsaken both your humanity and Rapture selves alike. This line makes no sense right now. Why would using that forsake both? Is there something wrong with causality of space? Humanity, I assume, is Nikke's side, but I thought they don't even recognize that as humanity. And when they are heretic, do they count themselves as humanity? Does Indivilia count herself as humanity? It makes sense to say Rapture selves alike after all, but she's not destroying both, unless she's destroying Haran inside it. Is that what she's saying? Incomplete abomination. I mean, Indivilia has always been calling Mariam half-baked, right? So, I like it part by part. Let's take a look. The particle cannon emits a blast of light. It pierces through the station, then skims across the ground. Raptures caught in its path shatters and melt under the searing beam. The giant centipede swings its tail with crushing force. Mariam's body reels from the blow, her stance faltering. In a flash, the giant centipede coils its long body around her frame. then unleashes a violent surge of electricity.
このまま焼けるかひねり潰されるといい。お前の女王は降りたというのにまだ空にいるのに図が高い進化だこと。
Oh, a battered Haram plummets from above and lands atop the giant centipede's head. Without the slightest hesitation, she drives her scythe into the centipede's forehead. Will this destroy her? Will this destroy Individia? Then a surge of lightning lashes out, racing along the blade.
お前も落ちなさい。
Black powder erupts like an explosion. The giant centipede's body rusts away in an instant, crumbling as if weathered by centuries. At the same time, rust begins to spread across Haran's body. Yeah, so that's the side effect of no maintenance, huh? So I guess the maintenance of Haran is probably the hardest because she's doing corrosion dust battle style, right? So this is the first time we actually see the rust actually also corrodes Haran's body. So resistant to corrosion doesn't mean she can't corrode, it just takes longer without maintenance. Yikes. Man, but you gotta really praise Celia though. Because Celia have to maintain everybody who are always constantly fighting with her as a melee, spreading dust all around the place. Insane.
体勢を保てないほど壊れてしまったのに。まあいいわ、ヨハン。私たちの指揮官。聞いている。私たちの仕事は終わったかしら。インヘルドは作戦目標を完遂した。
Is her hair turning white or is that sunlight? Yeah, but I will talk a little bit about the comment section on this part later on. I said I have already seen people commenting on it because a lot of social media already completed this, but I have my own thoughts, so we shall continue first.
よかったわ。
07 Haran, 07.
強欲だとは分かっているけど、最初で最後だもの。私たちにあの称号を授けてくれる。
That glorious title is a curse, dude. Dorothy has been held down by it. You could say the Goddess Squad was once upon also held down by it. A title that bears so much weight. So much. Johan. I wonder if Mariam can actually like fly Haran back and put her in the brain jar. Or lower. Haran crumbles into dust and vanishes. In the next moment, nothing remains. Does the corrosion affect the brain and the nymph? Okay, this part makes no sense. So are you saying that their brain has been mechanized, or is that this poison actually corrodes the brain? Which then questions how did the brain survive for so long when she's been using this weapon for so long? Huh? Hello, Nikke? The law doesn't make sense. At the same time, the giant centipede also disintegrates. Is this a perma kill for Individia? Freed from the armor that was the centipede, Individia begins to fall. As she does, she gazes up at the sky. The exploding space station, the falling queen. Holy crap! I like this epicness though. The art design definitely, like, absolutely killed it in this freaking event. Anniversary events are always a next level spectacle for art. and the giant Mariam tearing through the raptures with relentless fury. For the first time in the battle, the notion of defeat enters Indivilia's mind. But where is our flame dragon? We haven't seen Chatterbox or the flame dragon at all. What are they doing? Elsewhere, Chime drives Trombe at full speed across the battlefield. Thunderous crashes and blinding flashes erupt behind her, but she never once looks back. Chime can ride Trombe? I guess Crown really liked Chime so much that the horse will also hear her comments. Clinging desperately to what remains of Crown's tattered upper body in the seat ahead, she presses the ruined form close. It seems impossible to hold on, yet Chime refuses to let go. So is Crown dying? That cannot be, right? Crown grabs Chime's hand. Feeling the lack of strength in Crown's grasp, Chime struggles to hold back the sobs, threatening to spill. Meanwhile, Trombe presses onwards. Not far ahead, Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel come into view. Suddenly, Chime remembers the conversation she had with them before charging in. They are going to summon the secret, right?
できるだけ戦場から離れた場所で待機してください。まさか戦闘は最小限にするということですか？エデンの防衛は捨てていますし、シールド展開の必要もありません。私たちを戦線に投入しない理由はクイーンにぶつけるためです。間違いなく消耗戦になります。こちらが失うものの方が多いはず。
But how are they gonna fight the Queen though? Is Snow White firepower still strong enough to deal the little damage?
しかし、クイーンは必ず地上に落ちる。その能力は未知数です。誰にも分かっておりません。相手にできる戦力があるとすれば、あなた方の他にない。ですから、万全の状態を保ってください。それまで座して見ていろというのかね。そうなります。誰もが命がけで戦っている時にそんなことは。あなた方には果たすべき大業があるのです。梅雨払いは私たちにお任せを。必ずクイーンを打ち果たすことがあなた方の務めです。
ねえ、きっとキングさえ使えればお嬢様お一人で十分だったのだが、やむをえん、今回は譲ってやるのだ。
Is the Naked King the gacha skin? Is that it? The gacha skin?
ただし絶対勝つのだ。お前たちを信じるのだ。
必ず。
They don't have enough energy for... Crown Titans are good on Chime's hand. With all the strength she can master.
かしこまりました、お嬢様。チャイム、これは。
Atlas produces some camouflage tuck from its backpack. Chime takes it and covers Crown's torso.
感謝します。
Trombe skids to a halt before the pioneers.
まったくいいご身分なのだ。クイーンは地上に落ちたのだ。早く行って奴の首を取るのだ。
言うまでもない。行くとしようか。クラウンもご無事ですか？
ああ、心配いらないのだ。獅子奮陣の大活躍をされた後で少しお休みいただいているだけなのだ。ぐずぐずしてたら休み終わったお嬢様がクイーンの首を取ってしまうのだ。手柄を奪われたくなければ急ぐのだ。
You know the left and right on the screen just now, and where I talked about it yesterday, where how many death flags are in the illustration. It's likely gonna come through, is it? It's likely gonna come through.
それはたまらないね。急ぐとしよう。
さっさとするのだ。
行ってくる。
Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel move forward, crouching low as they run. Time watches them and shouts loudly.
勝つのだ。必ず。絶対に勝つのだ。分かってるのだ。
Snow White gives a thumbs up.
エデンに向かうのだ。医務室を使うのだ。
はい。私が見ましょう。
Nayuta?
ラプンツェルには及びませんが、応急処置程度はできます。
What the hell is a personet skill? What is that? Just Google search. Personet. Personet. Personet is a text referring to the French literary fairy tale written by Charlotte Rose de Caumont de la Force, published in the 1698 book Les Contes des Contes. I mean, it's French, I don't know how to speak it. Basically, it's based off Rapunzel. It's just another word to say Rapunzel. Very nice. Well, I mean, kudos to them, I guess. They want to use even more chim words. It's up to them. Complicated words, more history delving words. They love to do that, don't they?
処置を済ませてからエデンへ運びましょう。
Okay.
お嬢様。
心配はいりませんわ。
Yikes.
分かっております。不祥チャイム。戦いは専門外でございますが、せめて一つでもラプチャーの首を。
これ。
Oh, Chime. Crown extends her hand towards Chime, who reaches out and takes what is offered.
これは。
ダリズとも一度。
What's
いけ
this?
ません、お嬢様。私などには。
チャイムにしかできませんわ。チャイムは私の秘書であり、最も素晴らしいクラウン王国の。
かしこまりました。
Dramatic.
やってみるのでございます。いいえ、必ずやり遂げてご覧に入れます。
Someone please push her in already. God damn. No. Stop setting up flags.
行くのだ。
ナユタでしたよね。クラウンのことどうかお願いします。私にいるべき場所を教えてくれた本当に大切な方なんです。お願いします。承りました。責任を持って治療に当たります。
She lived verily. Way to console people, Nayuta. Chime, Kilo, and Talos nods and dash onto the battlefield without a moment's hesitation. Is this why we see Chime in combat form now? Because we always know that Chime is not a combatant. Chime is a scout. I guess scouts still should have a base way of fighting, I guess. So. Meanwhile, Nayuta watches them quietly.
私たちも行きましょう。もう少しの辛抱です。私の全力を持って命をつなぎ止めてみせましょう。ナユタ、なぜ距離を置こうとするのです。
Is she really standing and watching? I think she's doing a lot more than stand and watching. She's controlling her robots, no? like her clones, and she has to delete and absorb at the same time, analyzing the battlefield, doing a lot of stuff. I think she's doing more of a tactician work like Johan, but while doing stuff on the field, even though the few like clones do have semi-automation. Unless she's been lying the whole time. Is Nayuta lying about her powers the whole time? Is she like Mirror, where she actually has a lot of other hidden abilities?
なぜ並び立とうとしないのですか。喋ろうとしないでください。今は安静に。恐れですか。
Afraid?
多くを知りながら決められないのですか。
That you cannot decide. This is a common theme, is it? Back when she was meant to kill the fire dragon, she hesitated, so she couldn't decide. When he was talking to Johan, she said she will follow a path. Johan realizes and says she's scum. Is that what he was talking about? The path of support. I mean, she's fighting. Unless she herself can't fight anymore. Her main body can't fight anymore.
ただ遠くから眺めているだけなのは、いかにも私は恐れている。知りすぎるのも考えものですね。
The OST. It's creepy. It's meant to be a calming song, but it's creepy. I like the song relation to introspection at least.
何かあれば、すべては自分のせいという気がして怖くなるのです。
Anything goes wrong is always upon her. I mean, the other three pioneers are kinda okay with her. But there must be a reason why she's always isolated.
そうして決めかねています。
Okay.
上辺だけですがね、返す言葉もありません。
Clever.
見ているだけでは変えられません。何も知っています。
Papillon's up. Papillon sprints across the surface, constantly checking the safe route displayed on her phone. The safe route Isabel gave her has proven reliable. She hasn't run into a single rapture so far. At this pace, she's confident she will make it to the Ark without incident. Why are you flagging? Papillon is flagging. They're flagging. Papillon laughs. Why are you laughing in a war zone?
親切にしてあげるだけで何でもホイホイ出しちゃって甘いわ。甘すぎるのよ。やっぱり私はついてるわ。
The words, voice, and the illustration doesn't match. This is one of the weirdest dialogue I've ever seen. Stop laughing, you're gonna die. Stop flagging yourself. Stop flagging. We need less flags. Stop flagging. In Anniversary, you do not want people laughing. You do not want people laughing. It never ends well. Okay.
見ただろ、私も強えけど仲間たちはもっと強えんだ。私がお守りします。
Oh?
次はこっちです。
一番いいところで無理は禁物ですね。希望を失わない限り我々は
There was no cutscene on that one stage? Interesting. When Papillon runs, as she recalls the events before she escaped from Eden.
私出ていくわ。
そうですか。イサベルに脱出ルートのことは聞いていますか？
知ってたの？
ええ、私が検討したルートですから。
I'm the one who plotted the route. Again, Cecile, what are you doing? It's a monster.
お気をつけて。口外してほしくない情報は多いですが、もう口封じは意味がないでしょう。どうするかはあなたが決めることです。
引き止めないの？
止めてほしいのですか？
さあ、
人質扱いしていたにもかかわらず、随分助けていただきました。ありがたいことですが、それ以上は望めません。
そう？
Will be permitted?
仲間でしょ？最後まで付き合ってぐらい言えるんじゃない？
私はそのようにこびた話し方をしません。
Saturn fashion. What does that even mean? They're using all the complicated words. Saturine, meaning sweet or sentimental, sugary sounding words. Okay, she's definitely throwing shade at Isabel. No, you can't do this. Isabel is okay, okay? Cecile is always like this.
こびたってあんたね。
それに他人に命をかけろと強いることなどできません。
And even Papillon is like, this girl is so cruel. Cecile just takes things next level.
自分の命の価値は自分自身が決めるものです。
じゃあ、あなたたちはここでかけるってことでいいの？これが命の使い時ってこと？
はい、そう決めました。
セシル、はっきり言わせてもらうけど、逃げて体勢を立て直してからまた戦った方がいいんじゃない？チャンスなんて今だけじゃないでしょ？
いいえ、今しかありません。私たちが恐れられている時にしかできないことは多いですから、一度退けばこちらの限界を知られます。そうなれば不必要な警戒などしなくなるでしょう。それに今クイーンは大きなダメージを受けています。次もここまで追い詰められる保証はありません。
あなたたちなんでそこまでするの？だっておかしいでしょ。命より大事なものなんてないのに。
なぜでしょうね。あなたが言った通り、私たちは全員おかしいからかもしれません。
This is the first time we hear this kind of weird sounding Cecile. I think the voice actor is really doing very well to portray it, but when she said that line, we have all gone mad, there was a hint of madness in it. For sure. And usually Cecile doesn't have that much emotion in her words, I would say. So it actually brings a lot more of how broken actually Eden truly was. Everyone there was broken, right? The founders were broken. The people under them inherit were also broken, essentially. So We're legit facing the teams. The teams that they have started, they have been building all this while. Papillon steadies her ragged breathing and looks up. A radio tower looms overhead. Radio tower. It's not gonna help you. If the jamming is so strong, I don't think a radio tower can even force yourself to contact an arc properly. Might probably even contact the raptures instead actually. She activates the tower's terminal and connects it to her phone. After tapping the phone a few times, Papillon brings it to her ear. Is she also turning mad? Is she gonna mind switch? Actually, the potential for Papillon to mind switch here is not low actually. Being that she is forced to what do you call it? Forced to acknowledge the craziness of the pilgrims, right? And she just went through a life or death scenario. Quite literally via the queen, right? So her going through a mind switch is a high possibility right now as well. Because we do not know how strong Papillon's mental strength is. We know she's a spy, we know she has high sense of stealth. And clearly when they were in Eden, she was still able to move around without alerting to them that she was collecting information. So in essence, her mental fortitude and capabilities should be on the higher end. But that doesn't mean that her characteristics when going against opposite forces wouldn't change. Not in this kind of scenario. Okay, we now know of how many people that actually went through Mind Switch. Snow White, where she was young and kind of gullible, honestly, cute to see, and always very hungry. The Mind Switch happened in the middle of Red Ash and Overzone, right? I think so. And then before that we have the Cinderella's anniversary story, which also dabbled a little bit. That's when she had her second mind switch, I think. No, that's the first mind switch. The second mind switch will be around Overzone. But by Overzone, she was already kind of cold. Yeah, so she should have two mind switches, unless her mind switch, the second mind switch, was actually after Overzone. We know she has been to at least two mind switch. Well, her hunger personality is still there though, so that's something that didn't change. The signal goes through. It manages to go through. Soon after, a voice can be heard from the other end. You called Dorothy of all people? No! Why didn't you just call your freaking commander? You called Dorothy? You're just gonna inflict. Oh no! Oh, you're gonna inflict PTSD on her. You are legit gonna inflict PTSD on her because she wasn't there to fight the queen. She's gonna feel that all of the pressure that she should have been alleviating from them falls on her. Oh no. Okay. What's the percentage of chance that she's gonna break down right now? And Dorothy hasn't really have a mind switch. I guess she's resilient like that, but her mind switch is, I guess, if she had a mind switch, it's different. It's more like a split double dual personality. Kind of have her already kind of had that personality when we kind of has to off Redhood. So when was this? Was definitely after the Redhood saga, wouldn't it be? This would definitely feel like after the Redhood saga, which means our current chapters. Or is it? Or is it before the Redhood saga? No. It cannot be before the Redhood saga, because during the Redhood saga, Dorothy asked Redhood to come join them back at the Goddess Court again. That means one, either she doesn't know what has befallen the Fates, or two, it is still not broken from Redhood, because we know that post Redhood she became a slightly docile. I mean slightly docile, I really mean slightly docile, so... Because we still need to do some timeline estimation. Obviously, I have read comments about timeline estimation. I do not know whether that's true. I want to at least use it. Okay, let's continue first.
それほど重要な話ですか。エデンに来て。早く。今はそのような余裕は。時間がないからよく聞いて。クイーンが降りてきて、エデンは壊滅。パイオニアとバイスリッターが合流。インヘルトが全滅したわ。なんですって。
What did you just say?
嘘じゃないわ。急いで来て。みんな死んじゃいそうなの。早く助けて。待ってください。全滅というのは。黙って。いいから早く来て。
Papillon yanks the comm link from her phone and looks towards the wasteland she ran through.
呆れちゃうわね。
Papillon runs. We know that Dorothy in the summer event was definitely way past, I believe, dark matter, right? The law implication, from what I've read from people, was that it was basically one of the later chapters, way later chapters. So that means this is before that Dorothy. I mean, the Dorothy mode has always been sour, and that's when Rapid Redhood was really activated. Papillon runs, retracing her steps towards Eden. Why are you going back? Why are you going back? Why can't you wait at the radio? Why can't you wait at the radio? I know you're a spy, but holy shit, gathering information in a war zone is, with heretics around, is different from when normal raptures are about. Anyway, and without ever realizing it, she's laughing.
バカみたい。何やってんのよ。私。具合はいかがですか。死にそうではありませんわね。あくまで応急処置です。本格的な治療にはエデンの設備が必要でしょう。
Isn't Eden gonna explode?
支えます。
その必要はない。
ヨハン。
私がやろう。
ヨハン、なぜここに？エデンは？
あとは彼女たちの判断に任せる時だ。私がするべきことは一つしか残っていない。1000人。
Johan points towards the battlefield.
行け。
As a commander?
私は
行きたくないのか。行け。仮に問題が起きようと、計画が全て失敗しようと、必ず繋いでくれる者がいる。失敗の責任をお前一人で背負う必要はない。
しかし、私は今まで多くの人々を基地に飛び込ませてきました。そう。まるで選ぶことができると言わんばかりに。 私は彼らの誇りを利用した。選択はいつも誰かにさせてきた。私は傍観者にしかなれない。何一つ決める勇気もなく、知識があることを盾に犠牲になることを他人に選ばせてきた。せめて卑劣な傍観者としての責任を取らねばなりません。私が追い込んだ者たちが失敗した時、その意志を継いで次に備えるために。まゆた、申し訳ありませんが、何のお話かわかりませんわね。
共に戦いたいのではないのか、お前の仲間たちと。
私は戦いたい。
ならば行け、肩を並べて戦ってこい。
私などが、私にそんな資格は。共に戦うことに資格などいりません。
ある程度は同じ意見だ。お前がここで負うべき責任は失敗した後のことではない。ここで勝つことへの責任だ。
Johan coaching very similar to when the main character was learning under him.
何かあっても後を継ぐ者がいる。だから今だ。今この場に全てをかけろ。仲間が全てをかけているとき、お前も同じようにかける。それが戦友というものだ。
旦那、私が旦那と出会っていたのは、もしかしたら。
持っていけ。
Gohan throws something at Nayuta. It is a red tip bullet.
Unchained.
Unchained.
どこにどう使おうとお前の自由だ。無駄玉にだけはするな。
これは責任があまりにも重大な。
Wait, if Eden goes down, who can make Unchained? I just realized. Isn't it only Cecile has the capability to make Unchained right now? Oh no. Unless the next arc of Nikke isn't to destroy Raptures anymore, is to unite Raptures and humanity. But then there's a way to break it, which is to make another queen that has equal or slightly higher power than Marianne. That'd be the next storyline then. Right, because obviously in this storyline we are kind of confirmed that the queen will be destroyed, I guess. With heavy losses. At least this is what we have been anticipating it, right? This whole story, Goddess 4. The 4, I don't think just relates to the whole Pilgrim squad, but also the queen.
This is お前が選択するべき時だ。誰かに決めさせようとするな。セシル、医務室を開けておけ。ニケを一体送る。
了解。
Nayuta hesitates, then take a step forward. Slowly, she begins to walk. Then all at once, she's running. Finally, she's attacking her. The silver monk sprints ahead, moving with a speed she has never used before. They're gonna burn out your core. And how long has it been? It's almost an hour. That's like 4 stories already. Okay.
これで旦那の役に立てたでしょうか。
So what's happening to Mariam? The giant Mariam's open fire, pouring out a maelstrom of bullets and beams. Guess she's feeling hurt from having to kill Raptures. Raptures crumbles under the onslaught, defenseless before the merciless barrage. Before the sheer might of her massive frame, they are outgunned, outmatched, and utterly crushed. The thing is though, can she do this all the time? Because I know she'll overheat as well. Like the queen is also able to overheat. So in an instant, the tide of battle turns. The once endless horde of raptures begins to thin. Yeah, she's fatigued already. That's... To Marian, the queen is not her top priority. Nayuta's clones are gradually dwindling, and with raptures all around, a proper fight cannot even take place. Only after she has destroyed well over half their forces does Mariam finally turns her gaze towards the queen. It is then something unfamiliar stirred inside her. Mariam looks at the queen. The queen meets her gaze. Eyes locked, not on her massive form, but on Mariam herself. With a grotesque sound, the queen's mouth opens. A thin thread-like red beam that's almost imperceptible to the eye shoots forth and slices across the giant Mariam. Moments later, her massive frame begins to split in two at the torso. Oh, so the queen was charging her. The giant crumbles beneath the crushing force of the beam. Inside, Mariam prepares one last strike. Light gathered at the cannons on her shoulders. Twin beams lands towards the queen, who raises her hands and begins to absorb them. Uses the same ability as Mariam because they are the same. Of course, beams are stronger than multi-amount of guns, right? Honestly, who is stronger now at this point? Definitely the queen, I feel, not Mariam. Even though this queen was one of the originator gens. Mariam, are you a child? She is a child, but... A massive red beam erupts from the queen's hand. Uh-oh. Engulfing Mariam in its light. She feels her body falling, but her eyes can't open and her body is completely battered. You need time to regen as well, huh? At that moment, she feels someone grab her. Hello? She feels herself land on the ground. With every last ounce of strength, Mariam forces her eyes open. Chatterbox is under whose command? Individual is gone. He's going to destroy. Yep. Oh, her arms and legs are gone. I guess she needs time to regenerate AD. Oh. Ghost is gonna come in, right? Yep.
使い物にならなくなったらどうするつもりですか？私の指示通りマリアンを無事に無事の定義は見直す必要がありそうですが
You see, I don't trust Mirror. She's been playing both sides for so long. So freaking damn long. Even if she's not the original Red Shoes.
とにかくうまく確保してくれました。
本当にこれ がクイーンの新しいボディになる
Chatterbox being manipulated. Holy.
その通りです。クイーンは老朽化していますから。何よりクイーン自身のご命令でしょ。新しい体が欲しいということは。
Is she trying to misconstitute the queen words? Yeah, I mean that's a form of manipulation, but
私にクイーンの声は聞こえない。
Mira is indeed intercepting the queen's voice, isn't she? That's why as a heretic she can have free will, true free will. And likely it's not just a single body, it's an AoE around her. So does that mean that Rose is also a heretic? Chatterbox. Man, this is getting intense, right? Whatever technology that Mirror is using right now is tenfold more dangerous than whatever Raptures usually have. She is bona fide dangerous. Not in the form of it can instant kill you, but in the form of technology that she can... She doesn't need technology to manipulate right now. She just needs to do stuff correctly. Right? She can hide, can intercept, and she can override. Override what? Not just Mother's commands. Override something else. Name code. Isn't it? Plus, what is the point of engagement for corruption? Your name, right? So if she can override name code, it makes sense that she's immune to everything a heretic. You can classify her as a heretic, but is she really a heretic now? I think she needs a new term. At this point, she needs a new term.
では仕方ありませんね。聞けるのはヘレティックか、それに匹敵する行為の答えだけですから。
Entities above that level. Heretics not even one of the highest.
万一にも傷つけないようにしてください。器にどのような影響があるか誰にもわからないのですから、本来の計画通りしっかりと保護してください。それどころか恐れ知らずにも盗み食いしようとしていたとか、大変なことをしてしまいましたね。クイーンに知られれば頭が吹き飛ぶ程度では済まないでしょう。見捨てられてしまうかもしれませんね。
You can even be exiled as a rapture. That exile village then? Is someone on the Nikke team playing Final Fantasy?
わかりましたか？それほど重大なのです。今までのことは取り計らっておきますから。
Mira is really manipulating.
これ以上は絶対に危害を加えないことです。クイーンに認められた声を聞きたいのでしょう。
わかった。心しておく。
ええ、くれぐれもお願いしますね。あとはそういえばアンチェインドは見つかりましたか？
どの体にあるのかは分かった。確保は時間の問題だ。
そうですか。あなたも知っているかもしれませんが、クイーンにとってボディよりも脳の衰えの方が深刻な問題です。クイーンがリリスの脳に自分の情報を上書きした後、
Okay.
リリスの脳に残っていた妊婦から攻撃を受け続けているのです。当然クイーンが敗北することはありませんが、リスクは排除しておく方がいいでしょう。解決できればようやく真のクイーンが生まれるのです。クイーンが地上に降り立った以上、これからはもっと仕事を急いでください。
分かった。
返事はいいですね。あら、来たようです。では私はここで分かっていますね。マリアンには傷一つつけないこと、心しておいてください。
分かっている。よく覚えておく。
I got a few bad for Chatterbox, not gonna lie, untalkative. Mirror crackles with static and vanishes. That wasn't even her real body. So that's how she's been playing on the two side. That's how she's been playing on the two side. Hologram. 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 She's been playing both sides of a hologram. Very nice. Or she has the same teleport ability as Mariam has. But no, Mariam one was like black hole, right? This one is more static. Unless she's replicating technologies on a queen level. Which I wouldn't be surprised. She is one of the most dangerous characters in the game. Or in the lore wise. Legit, why are mad scientists always the scariest character? Chatterbox looks down at the battered Mariam. Just as he reaches out for her, a thunderous roar erupts. He lifts his head towards the source of the sound. There, three figures with eyes burning with wrath and are racing towards him like mad.
生きて帰れると思うでないぞ。絶対に許しません。
Rematch! Like, how many times are we rematching Chatterbox already? This is the 4th time, isn't it? Chatterbox hands rise grotesquely, crimson light ripples across it as it slowly takes the form of a dragon head. Oh, he also went transformation mode. The dragon head gathers fire in its mouth, but Scarlet's blade slices through it. Rapunzel's golden light pierces Chatterbox's neck, while Snow White swings her rifle with all her weight. A sickening sound resonates as Chatterbox's head is torn free. Chatterbox never learns how. What was the sound? Oh, Snow White's gun spits fire, blasting Chatterbox's head to pieces. Then she stomps on what's left. I wonder if Mirror was just doing this to buy time now. So that Chatterbox is MIA. Mariam is safe, so she can quote unquote steal her away. Or maybe she wants to split up the Pioneer. No, in this way, right, she is dwindling both forces considerably. And she always likes to play the safe game. What is the end game then? The end game is shifting because of her. Where it's not one side overwhelming victory, but both sides taking the most amount of damage possible. And she's been really playing the double-edged card on both factions. Then she stomps on what's left. You talk too much.
マリアの具合は重度の外傷です。コアの出力もかなり落ちています。
Again.
運べるか。今は別の問題がありますね。ああ、来たようだ。
The queen calm. Snow White raises her head and looks at the queen. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're fighting the final boss beside dead Mariam, dude. RIP Mariam. Left flag. Nah, block armor will help. Block armor will help, but the queen looks back at them. At last, the White Pilgrims stands before the Jet Black Queen. Lilywise versus former comrades, huh?
その首もらい受ける。これで終わりです。クイーン。
This is the end, Queen.
とっとと失せやがれ。
Oh, okay. A little bit how to say, wrap up for the previous chapter. Okay, never mind. The battle already ended. I was gonna say we're gonna wrap up what the previous chapter has ended for us. Oh, this is 1-9. Okay, let's do one more. Now decide whether to actually.
ナユタに言ってたことと違わない？
That's different from what you told Nayuta.
何がでしょう？マリアンのこと。ナユタには次のクイーンって言って、トーカティブにはクイーンの次のボディ。どっちが正しいの？それは当然。ナユタに言ったことです。トーカティブは騙してるってこと？利用しない手はありません。かわいそうなトーカティブはクイーンに認められようと必死ですから。自分はクイーンに認められて救われた。だから今度はクイーンのために尽くし、もっと認められたい。そういうありもしない使命に燃えているのです。クイーンがトーカティブを？ありえないでしょう。そこから嘘ってこと？ええ、クイーンがそう言っていると吹き込んだだけです。とても簡単でした。ヘレティックではないのにクイーンの声は聞こえませんから。私としてはマリアンの保護者は少しでも多い方がいいですしね。保護の意味がよく分かっていなかったようで少々行き過ぎな部分もありましたが釘を刺しておきましたし問題ないでしょう。
It's like an AI will be like, I want you to do defender mode. Then the AI is like, what is the defender mode? Then we'll be like, this is the steps to defender to be a defender mode. It's just like kind of funny. Oh gosh, another really. Why do I have to deal with bots? I'm going to have to ban you again. Let me go up to Twitch and actually ban you. I can't ban on this, can I? That is not a good. I really need to do it manually. Back. Wait, take this guy. Okay. Close this so that it doesn't take bandwidth. Okay.
それにヘレティックとつながりもありますし、情報源としても役に立ちますから。
So she has been trading
利用
information.
されやすい哀れな存在ですね。他のヘレティックに本当のことを言われたらどうするの？絶対に信じません。大事な手柄を横取りしようとしているのかもしれないでしょ。扱いやすくて素敵です。次のクイーンもこうだといいのですが。ああ、一度だけ困ったことがありました。ニヒリスターがトーカティブにアンチェインド探しを命令した時です。あれは対応に少し頭を悩ませました。その時を除けばずっとこれ以上ない最高の傀儡です。
Oh boy.
改めて感じたけど、ほんと最低ね、あなた。
And you're revived under her rules. What makes that better then?
私だって勝つためなら手段は選ばない覚悟ですから。
We need a definition of win for Mirror, definitely. And Gombe, Mantra, and Talos run side by side. The survival Nayuta clones had their eyes fixed on that side. One leaves her hand in farewell, another lowers her head in a solemn bow. A third clasps her hand in silent prayer. Though their voices don't reach them, their meaning is clear.
私たちの目標はただ一つ。雷電、インディビリアを倒すこと。波乱の攻撃ですでに体には深手を負っているはずです。
Who permanently destroy Indivilia. I think that is also a necessity, but the problem is, right? How? Cause they'll keep reviving, right? At this point, right, every single damn time they're reviving and reviving, and this is something I want to talk about. Chief Up loves to revive the bad guys. Okay.
ただし、相手はあくまでヘレティック。再生能力は侮れません。完全に復活される前に、私たちの手で引導を渡す必要があります。
So the Unchained must be used on her.
それがなれば、先駆者たちの戦いも安くなるはず。トーカティブはどうするんですか？あちらは無視して構いません。
No gracious one.
振り回されるだけの哀れなものです。
More person hands. You can see Mirror and Nayuta working very closely. And Nayuta can see through Mirror's lies. So, in essence, maybe Nayuta is also playing the dangerous game.
ここでの脅威にはならない。
Actually, she is.
すでに離脱している可能性があります。強く同意します。特殊個体トーカティブは脅威ではありません。
Special entity is not strong.
2戦2勝だから。まあ、そうかも。もしいざとなったら、
コアの直列接続は使用しません。リスクが高すぎます。
万が一の話だよ。万が一の。
チャイム、緊張ですか？
そんなことあるはずがないのだ。
では、なぜ静かなのです？
話しかけるんじゃないのだ。
Nayuta closes her mouth and gazes silently at Chime's profile. At first glance, she seems tense, but her expression is clearly
なるほど。
rage. Clearly rage.
いいざまだ。黙りなさい。巨大化もできなくなってんのか？こりゃ今の俺でも勝てるかもしれねえな。
They listen back to shit talking. Finally, we have the listener we want. Shit talking 2000. Shit talker 2000. Indivilia's tail lashes out, leaving a long gash across Nihilista's cheek.
失礼。体調が優れず制御が効かないのです。
Nihilista still say
それは
nothing.
そうと私の尻尾が見えましたか？見えなかったでしょ？
I'm surprised Indivilia is still alive though.
そういうことですから冗談はやめておいた方がいいでしょうね。いいから腕一本よこせよ。再生さえできりゃ手伝ってやるからさ。今の状態じゃ助けたくったって助けようがね。俺も偉大なるお母様に尻尾振って中堅みてえに従いてんだけどな。
Yeah, about that.
お前みたいにさ、あなたは戦いに参加することもできない道家でいることがお似合いです。これからもそのままでいてください。お前自信あんのかよ。あいつらを一人で相手にする自信がさ。クイーンの前で他に恐れるべきものなどありません。
Actually, over.
マジですげえな。支配の力ってやつは。あんなに自分勝手だったお前がこんないい子ちゃんになるなんて。
Indivilia snaps her head around, irritation flaring. A swirling cloud of dust is approaching. Rematch.
どれどれ。あチビにガラクタにクソ仙人じゃねえか。あいつらお前を倒しに来てるんだぜ。 どういうことかわかるか？あんな寄せ集めの雑魚どもで相手になるって思われてんだぞ。どこで何してきたんだよ。あんな奴らに舐められるなんてさ、マジでお笑いだ。
Ivilia's tail lashes out, the blades at his teeth stopping a breath away from Nihilista's neck. Unfazed, Nihilistas runs her fingers along the...
仲間同士の戦いは禁止だって言われてるだろ。
She really is using it to her best, dude. Shit, talk no doubt, no jutsu.
それより、あいつらだ。自分の首でも洗っとけよ。冥福ぐらいは祈ってやるぜ。いいでしょう。ちょうどよかった。苛立ちをぶつける相手が欲しかったところです。
Honestly, I think, right, Nihilista is not under the command of the queen. Because I think this top is somewhat sheltering. Just been messing around with their psyche of the heretics. It's kind of funny. You know what Stephen, he loves to do emotional damage, and I think that she's been doing it consistently throughout the part 1 and part 2.
雷電と下流ですね。
私が先に行くのだ。
え、チャイム？一人で何を？
行くのだ、トロンペ。
Trombe gallops ahead with Chime on his back. In an instant, it puts distance between itself and Talos and Mantra.
待ってください。なんでそんな無茶な。貴様、インディビリア。よくもお嬢様のお体に傷を。その罪、賠償を持っても償えぬのだ。この手で必ず貴様の首を取ってやるのだ。
Yeah, also another thing I noticed, right, they reduced Chime's Japanese volume a lot more in this anniversary compared to all the other time Chime came out. Even in the main story, Chime was usually louder. So it's very strange that they actually lowered Chime maybe 25% lesser than usual, even than normal Nikke's. But I guess it's because a lot of people complains that Chime's voice was too loud in the originals. But I think they did this a little bit too much. I think they should up it maybe 5%-ish.
チャイム、そんなに興奮したら。
誰かと思えば、あなたには借りを作ったままでしたね。ここで返すとしましょ
う。The distance between Indivilia and Chime narrows. Chime still, astride Trombe, suddenly leaps forward as if throwing herself. Indivilia smiles as though she had expected it all along, confident in her victory.
そうだ。そうやって笑うがいい。
What she has is a poison to them, isn't it? But she's not a DPS, and she doesn't have good gear, right? And she doesn't have the reaction speed. Her core isn't the best. The only thing that I think she has from actually Crown is probably a debuff.
必ず私の首を狙ってくる。それが貴様の性質なのだ。変わり映えもなく、この首を切ろうとするはず。攻撃を見切ってかわすような才は私にはない。
Okay.
己の読みを信じるのみ。
Time slips through the air. Indivila's blade passes through where her neck had been. Instead, her back takes the blow, but it isn't deep. Time's spin comes to a halt and her eyes lock with Indivilia's.
この瞬間こそ千載一遇の時。インディビリア！お嬢様が私に預けてくださった誇り高き力、味わうといいのだ。
Alva particle conversion type expensive armament. Naked King activate. It is her gacha skin form. But I guess she gave it because she doesn't need as much, or she cannot hold on as much.
これは
王からの賜り物である。慎んで受け取るのだ。
Sorry, Chime, it doesn't work that way. Clad in radiant royal robes, Chime sweeps her piece. The impact triggers a massive shockwave that crashes into Individia. Overwhelmed by a pain she knows all too well, she drops to the ground. Moments later, chimes plummet, her body hitting the ground like a falling meteor.
吹っ飛ばしてタロス。了解。宇宙まで吹き飛ばします。
Talos charges in, grabs Individia by the tail, and hurls her into the air with all its might. Individia plummets, completely out of control. Meanwhile, Nayuta positions herself at the spot where she expects Individia to fall.
こう見えても護身術の心得がありましてね。
Nayuta swings her arms in a circle. The falling Individia begins to spin as if being put into it. Her head crashes into the ground at terrifying speed. A massive shockwave ripples outward, accompanied by a deafening boom. The impact on her weakened body leaves Individia's mind swimming in haze.
チャイム。
Talos drapes a camouflage tarp over Chime, who lies there on the ground.
大丈夫ですか。
体中が痛むのだ。やはりお嬢さんは違うのだ。こんなものを自在に扱えると。
チャイムだってすごいですよ。本当にネイキッドキングを使えるなんて。
王国一の進化として当然なのだ。
So the gacha skin for Nayuta must be something related to Buddha, I guess. Cosmos and Buddha.
まだ意識があるとはさすがですね。
Unchained.
あなたも戦いなさい。どうしろってんだよ。使えない。おかげさまでな。
ニヒリスタ、本当に弱ってるんですよね。もし少しでも回復されてたら私たちだけじゃ。
Vista takes a step forward, he clenches and unclenches her fist, shakes out her leg, and rolls her neck with a sharp crack.
戦う気満々みたいですけど、検知できる出力は微弱です。ただし力を隠しているのかもしれません。
よう、クソ仙人。
ご挨拶ですね。何でしょう。
俺はお前らと戦わなきゃならねえ。勝ち目もねえし、ちょっと時間稼ぐための犬死にだろうがな。それで戦うしかないんだ。命令なんだ。嫌とも言えねえクソみたいな命令だ。
Wait, what if they use the bullet on Nihilista instead of Divilia? So that she can be freed from the control of... That worked though.
Ha! 死ぬ気で戦えってさ、偉大なるお母さん。
Okay. Nihilista kicks the fallen Individia.
俺たちはこういう存在なんだ。こうやって生きて死ぬもんなんだ。わかってるか？
That takes another step forward.
下流ニヒリスタ。
なんだよ。
いつまでそうして生きるつもりなのですか。
そうだな。
いえ、やはりやめましょう。正直に言って見ていられません。
そうかよ。
ええ。
こんな風に生まれちまったんだから仕方ねえだろ。
This feels like a Nihilista arc on Nayuta silently points at Individia and nods her head. The gaze falters,
何をしているのです。
sending you back to the afterlife. Individia staggers to her feet. Kilo and Talos immediately assume combat stances.
敵と無駄話をしろなどと言った覚えはありません。戦いなさい。戦うのです。できないならせめて私を逃がすために盾にぐらいなりなさい。
Okay, no, you're confirmed gone. Lister stares intently at Indivilia, who is trembling in front of her.
待てよ。考えてみたら俺はこいつに食われたよな。俺の武装までくれて生き返らせてやったのに裏切られたんだよな、俺は。ヒリスト、聞こえないのですか。
And to eat her.
そのくせこいつはどうして俺に怒鳴ってんだ。なんで俺に命令できるんだ。
Yes, Nihilister.
役立たず。いいから動くのです。ああ、気に入らねえな。
Something snaps inside Nihilister's head. Nihilister's sharp teeth sink into Indivilia's neck.
なあ、お前、俺の飯になれ。
Revenge! Oh, so sweet, right? Finally, after that stupid chapter, right? So Nihilista finally is a good girl now. You finally have a proper heretic that is a heretic that listens to no queen. Is that why it's still called a heretic? I don't think so, right? But damn, how long has it been? Oh, okay. 1 hour 40. 1 hour 20 plus. Ugh, almost 40 already. Like,
体が軽いから剣が舞うようだな。
Ugh.
キル、チャイムを頼みます。
Okay.
衰弱しています。放置しては危険です。それに今このありさまを見せるべきではないでしょう。
It's like Indivilia's low screams and groans blend with the hideous sound of something snapping, tearing and spilling the echo all around. Revenge also sweet, man. And among them, the sound that stands out most is Nihilista's ragged breathing and the frantic, ravenous noise of devouring.
さあ、早く。後のことはお任せください。でも、ニヒリスターが。
やつと戦いになったら勝ち目は。
Wait, I think this is the way to free Nihilista. The Unchained. So now that he destroys the core of Indivilia, she cannot revive. Nihilista knows Indivilia is just basically yes. She's not gonna help her anymore. She's gonna consume her entirety, and then Nihilista is gonna work with us, quote unquote work with us. And then, when doing the fight, she shoots the Unchained, stop the control fragment, and then frees Nihilista. And Shiba, please rebalance Nihilista. Why is of all the series, right, Nihilista is the weakest? Please buff her at least. She need not be a top heretic level, but at least make her like the free pilgrims at least. Not even that right now. It's so bad.
大丈夫です。信じてください。タラス、頼みます。演算中。了解。退却します。
Talos retreats, carrying Chime in both hands. Meanwhile, Nayuta remains behind, silently observing Nihilista's grotesque feat. They want to discuss about the plan again for sure. After all, this is still on Nayuta's what do you call it? 10 road, I guess. A final resounding dog echoes. And then everything goes silent.
どうでしたか？食事は。
クソみてえにまずかったよ。
それにしては血色がいいようだ。
Nihilista remove her cloak and throws it aside. Is she gonna fight? Weapon sprouts from Nihilista's back.
やっとバランスが取れたぜ。 断ち切れたのですか。だってムカつくだろこいつ。
Wait, she don't even need. She could undo her dominion. He still glanced at the ground in annoyance.
ああ、もうなくなってた。生まれ持った定めを自らの力で打ち破るとは実に見事です。しかしどうやってさあな。激しい感情に任せて打ち勝つと考えるしかありません。思ったよりお粗末なものなのでしょうか。クイーンの支配力というもので。
I mean, that's pretty true, honestly.
そんなわけねえだろ。俺が強えだけだ。まあそこは認めざるを得ません。それでどうするのです。分かりきったことだろ。クイーンをぶっ殺す。そうですか。安心しました。力を取り戻せば心変わりするのではないかと思っていましたので。今頃あいつらクイーンとやり合ってんだろ。手を貸してやるからうまいこと説明してくれよ。
Are you able to dominate still though?
俺には攻撃すんなってさ。それについては言っておかねばならないことがあります。私の分身もこの戦いに加わっていたのですが。なんだ言えよ。旗入れはよくありません。
What, you? So they are losing the battle still?
ナヨタの分身たちはもうここにはいません。そうか、状況が悪いの。そのようだ。これほどまでも単純な強さというものは初めて見せられたね。
Is Scarlet not quite her in the previous war? A pioneer squad joins the assault on the Queen, fighting alongside Nayuta's clones. The Queen's attacks are swift and brutal, but not impossible to dodge or block. But the real problem lies in her seemingly limitless power, and her ability to regenerate. Hundreds of clean hits land on her inflicting damage. But as if mocking their efforts, she restores every without pause. Snow White 7 draws fire at maximum output. Scarlet delivers a full force sword strike, and Rapunzel unleashes her strongest beam. And Nayuta's clones rain down endless attacks. All of them hit, all of them hurts. Yet moments later the Queen is whole again, and striking back just as fiercely. Nayuta's clones fall one by one until none remain. The Pioneer squad begins to wither under the pressure, slowly but surely being torn down.
これほどの力を持っておながら今まで様子を見ていただけだというのか。よほど自分に自信がないようだね。二人ともこのまま衆入戦を続けていては私たちに勝ち目はありません。いいや、必ず勝つ。現実味のない話だ。そう、乗るか乗らないかどちらかにしておくれ。あれを使いましょう。ここでか。確かに迎撃兵器を落とした今が使い時かもしれないね。時間を稼いでください。誘導は私がします。なんとも難しい頼み事だ。
What power does Rapunzel have that can be so offensive? Isn't Snow White usually the offensive one? Scarlet dashes forward, dodging the countless crimson beam the Queen unleashes. Swings her blade at the hand for 3 of the Queen's fingers are severed, only to regenerate immediately as if nothing had happened. Scarlet lets out a short groan, then continues the exchange of blows. At the same time, Snow White pours her firepower onto what she believes is the Queen's weak spot. The river strikes land enough to make her think she has the upper hand. But once again, the Queen restores all damage in an instant. Using the smallest movement possible, Snow White intercepts every incoming response and avoids the streaking crimson. The tips of her toes pinch slightly as she senses her focus slipping. Rapunzel centers her mind. For a long time, the Pioneer Squad scoured the surface, leaving no stone unturned. For power? Convinced the Queen is not on the surface, they turn their attention to space. Lord Nayuta's countless clones are stationed across the surface to track the Queen's orbit. Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel roam from place to place, gathering intelligence. Okay? And simultaneously deploying remotely operated weapons across the land. Okay? Weapons are meant for the inevitable day of the final battle. So basically they planted some long-range weapon to help out. 6,000 missiles in total. The cannons of every emplacement turn towards a single target, the Queen. Why is it Rapunzel job number 1? 2. Those are just ammunition, those are not their own power. I don't even think that's even enough to defeat the Queen, I'll be honest. 6,000 missiles versus a 1 Cinderella, hello? They are not remotely on the same scale. Where Rapunzel points. Rapunzel deploys her shield. Snow White and Scarlet hurries inside. Ah, so it must be so close that the power of each missile must be so strong. I don't think that will be enough to take down the Queen, by all honest opinion. Remember that she has some crazy laser beam, hello? The Queen stares, clearly puzzled by their sudden move. Moments later, she sees it. A second horizon line hovering above the real one. The sky is quite literally raining missiles. Crimson light radiates from the Queen's body. But even so, she cannot intercept the overwhelming... What is that? Fusilet? Huh? What is it? Fusillade. A series of shots fired or missiles thrown all at the same time or in quick succession. Okay. Another English word I never knew. Very nice. Fusillade of 6,000 missiles. Explosions and flashes erupt without end. Flames roar as if to burn the sky itself. A thick choking cloud from the massive blast engulfs the area. Only the Queen's skeletal frame remains. But yet again, she begins to regenerate. I told you, it's not going up. Does Unchained actually work on her as well though?
無限のものなどない。続けるぞ。おう。切って切って切り続ければいつかは切り切れるであろう。
I doubt.
はい、必ずここで倒します。
Bro. Oh, we have enraged time. A thunderbolt echoes from the distance, head snaps towards the sound. The thick curtain of smoke shreds apart in an instant. And then, a red two-headed dragon charges forward, skimming the ground like a missile. Nihilista came! Let's go! Okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to go get the energy refill. I want to finish it today. I want to finish it today. The epic. I want to see the epic finish. Okay. Did the screen update anymore? Yeah, this thing is not updated as much compared to others. Advanced just a little further. Is he fighting? No, Johan just stands menacingly. We must take this opportunity. He's just standing menacingly. All of Inherit is gone, I think. The seal is here now. Only Talos, Prime, Chime, MIA. No, there was some update, but they didn't like say, oh, please come out and see this. Basically, it's up to the latest one. What was the previous story? Okay. Let's continue story 2. Toda's heartless body remains.
私も共に全てをかける。
Let's go into 11. That's the crown motif, isn't it?
私が皆さんを守ります。
Yeah, it's the crown motif, if I'm not wrong. They just shoot out of orbit.
体が軽いから剣が舞うようだな。クイーンの再生能力は私たちの想像をはるかに上回るものです。
Okay.
いくら攻撃をかわし続けてもこちらが決め手を持たないのであれば削り合いへともつれ込み敗北は必然となります。しかも100年余り宇宙を漂っていたのですからどれほどの力を蓄えているかは未知数
で、何が言いたいんだ。
再生能力を封じる必要があります。その方法はただ一つ、毒を盛ること。しかし並大抵の器ではクイーンに届くことさえ砕かれるでしょう。
ならどうしろって。
You pass that straight at the end stuff. Against me, he just lets out a loud mocking laugh.
クソ仙人さんよ。俺のことを信じられるってのか。ああ、
信じて構いませんか、カリー。
もっと信用できるやつにしとけよ。
それはその通りです。
Nayuta takes out a red tip bullet from her bosom and tosses it.
あなたのお好きなように。
てめえはマジでクソったれだ。
Crazy mom indeed.
何もかも思い通りに動いて嬉しいか。だがこれだけはよく覚えたけど、こうすることを選んだのは俺だ。
絶対に忘れはしません。
The red dragon charges. The queen looms closer. Nihilista backs down on the red tip bullet wedged between her teeth and shatters it. Then the red dragon charges at the queen.
これでも食っとけ、クソババア。
The red dragon becomes a poison chalice and hurls herself at the Great Mother. The two-headed red dragon rams into the queen, and Nihilista's body begins to break apart. At the same time, all of the queen's arms spread wide, as if to embrace a child she has never seen for a long time. Not seen for a long time. Pulls the disintegrating Nihilista close, and the latter is absorbed into the queen's body.
自爆した。しかしなぜ回復させるためか。あれは
The queen's body begins to break, then trembles violently. As black liquid oozes out, parts of the queen falls away.
今のはまさか。再生能力を封じました。今が後期です。ナユタ、どういうことだ。自分の手を汚さない卑劣な手を使いました。そうか、いつまで効くかは分かりません。今こそ全ての力を。全員動かないでください。視線クリア。
3時間
Eden Spear.
誤差ゼロだ。エデンの槍発射。
Oh! A flash appears in the distance, and a blue beam of light strikes the queen. As the light fades, the staggering queen comes into view.
認めたくはありませんが、 本当に怪物のよう
You
です。
surviving, huh?
使える手段を全て使った。あとは頼む。勝て。
お任せよ。
持参しておいて返事は一番かね。
全くです。最初から戦っていたような口ぶりですね。
もっと早く動いてくれ。
今まで遊んでいたとでも？これでも私なりに飛び回って。
戦闘中だ。死後は後にしろ。
まだまだ戦場には慣れておらぬようだ。
遅れた分を取り戻してくださいね。
Oh, who power Nagita? Do we finally see
当
her?
然です。最善を尽くしましょう。
行くぞ。エンカウンター。
Encounter! This time. Queen 001. Of course. The motif. Is this Cinderella's motif? I think. This singer was the same one who sang Gang's theme, isn't it? Really a final boss music. Does this even sound like a victory music? Sounds more like a slot, like not as in slot ending, but it's a slot or battle fest. Possible to upload this OST already. Operation in despair, huh? All at once. That Cosmo buff. I like it. I think for the Queen 7 hours ago. I think it's this one. Just loop. The 3 minute 20 second song. What the heck was the I just saw?
剣が舞うようだな。往生際の悪いやつだ。手を緩めるな。
再生能力は確かに抑えているはず。なぜまだ。
Ah.
申し訳ありませんが、今しばらく時を稼いでください。もう休みたくなったのかい？まったくのんきなものだね。本気を出せ。
休むのは少しだけですよ。いいですね。
そんな風に思われているのですか？私はとにかく切り札があるのです。決め手にはならずとも隙は作れる。
Without a word, the three give a brief nod and take off towards the queen. Nayota spins on her heels and runs the other way. She finds flat ground and sits in a meditative posture. Amidst the rising clamor around her, she forces herself to shut it out. Closing her eyes, she gathers herself. Her consciousness spread outwards, connecting with her other clones across the surface. And then she makes her proposal.
あなた方の命をここで燃やし尽くします。
She sacrifices her
罪の
information as
重み
well.
はすべてこの身で背負いましょう。
An instant, all the link consciousness are severed. Nayota watches as swarms of golden particles drift towards her, and sheds tears. Cinematic time. Bleeding, legit bleeding. This is how she get into her ultimate mode. The gacha skin form. Ayuta, yeah, the gacha skin form. Oh, the Panzer is dying? Oh, that's basically her skill too. I think the one that we gen. Animated version of Garden of Shangri-La is crazy. Everybody's ultimate. I like it, it's like it's big color HUD as well. How many 7 draws you need to spam, dude? She do be spamming, not dead yet. Tongue, eyes open. Laser. Rose. No? Or Scarlet. Is that all you need to destroy her though? Are you sure about that? No, we didn't see her body disintegrate. Means she's not dead yet. I don't believe. Hot goddess fall for a reason after all. Lily Wise? Rapunzel, no. Rest in peace, Rapunzel. Of course you got to do this. Goddess Fall. Where's Rose? This is the Rapture's power. You hear that? Yeah, you legit need Mariam at full power. Fully upgraded. No one can hit this, right? No, Cinderella. There was one person stronger, right?
誰だ中ができない
That which takes wise form fixes its eye on Mariam. Struggling to steady herself, Mariam meets its gaze. Slowly it advances. An unknown energy presses down on her, freezing her in place. It lays a hand on her chest. Its hand drives through her chest, and Mariam crumples to the ground. The figure stares at the red claw glowing in its breast, clearly pleased. Goddess Fall. That end? Its head jerks slightly and turns around. Cupidon pants heavily, tasting a fear she has never known before.
何あなた一体何なの
The figure closes in on Cupidon, fires wildly, panic rising with every shot, but it doesn't so much as flinch. Just as it draws near, Dorothy lands between them.
ドロシーリリー・バイス
The figure looks at Dorothy. Her chest tightens as tears threatens. Every part of her wants to run forward and embrace it, but
いいえリリー・バイスはもういません死者は二度と帰らない何者ですあなたは
the figure remains silent.
それが誰の姿か分かっているのですか答えは
Once again, silence settles over them.
答えなさい答えは
Sure enough, there was no response. Light bursts from Dorothy's gun. The figure's head snaps upwards. Slowly, it lifts a hand to its forehead, where the light grays. Over one red drop smears across the
答え
girl.
る気がないなら構いません殺しますその姿で私の前に立った死に値してあまりある行いです
Is Dorothy even strong enough to kill? I know Dorothy, lore-wise, is meant to be strong. Its eyes locks with Dorothy's. Slowly, it glances down at the streak of red on its screen. With a burst of motion, it kicks off the ground and vanishes beyond the horizon.
ドロシーセシル無事でしたか
負傷者たちを回収する。
Get out of the
負
window.
傷ではない者もいるかもしれない。
There may be.
私も手伝うわ
頼む。
Johan would be like, should I praise this girl? Should I praise this girl for going against my orders? Yeah, good. Johan. I mean, I have expected, but I didn't expect a Zambu wipe. Every single pilgrim got crushed. And the worst of all, we have Lily Wise reincarnated as the Rapture Queen, which we really actually, to be fair, the community has already acclimated to the fact that Lily Wise was probably the next Rapture Queen. And that they had to overcome Lily Wise. And right now, Spec Wise, the only one to be able to fight on that term is Cinderella. Spec Wise, anyway. We haven't talked about people maturing, people evolving, new equipment, and new strategies. None of that are included yet, but for everything else, it's kinda crazy. And is this plan really the plan of Mirror? No, at least we know one thing, is not able to do rapture reproduction using the space station. But right now we have to contend with a rapture that is using Wise body, which has the spec of Lily Wise body. So Lily Wise was cracked, and because she has infinite regeneration powers, she can basically using the power with no negative consequence. Because the problem where Lily Wise had was that she wasn't able to capitalize on power 24/7. Whereas a rapture body, acclimated to it, is able to switch back. But what if the Unchained that was eaten, the main body of the queen, severed the part of the nymph that was inhibiting nymphs, inhibiting the wise absorption? So it was a necessary evil, but it's a failed evil. No? Oh, crazy story, huh?
エデンの光学迷彩は正常に回復している。だがこれほどの騒ぎだ。ラプチャーどもが押し寄せてくるだろう。残存戦力でエデンの防衛を行う。2日しのぎきれれば問題ないはずだ。
わかりました。信じられないことになりましたわね。
お嬢様、我々は勝ったのでございますか？
まだわかりません。極めつけるのは早いですわ。
お嬢様、決めつけるでございます。
あれからみんなどうなったの？
インヘルド全滅した。
Okay, recheck. Oh boy! 30 PTSD.
ノアの脳はブレインシェルターに保管されている。イサベルとハランは戦死した。マリアンはコアを失い昏睡している。生きてはいるようだが、いつ何が起こるかは予想できない。
He has a brain but no core. So we need another type of core, a hybrid core. Because I don't think a Nikke core can work for her and the Rapture core cannot work for her. Right?
ヘレティックである以上、治療も困難だ。
Yeah.
本人の再生力に頼るしかない。ラプンツェルは頭の一部を除いて粉砕された。脳だけは回収している。ブレンも回収した。損傷が激しく、脳を取り出せていない。
Scarlet is dead?
最も危険な状態だ。
So when I thought plot armor would kick in, maybe the plot armor didn't kick in hard enough. The plot armor did not kick in hard enough.
ナヨタも軽くない傷を負った。だが、力を解放して防御力が上がっていたのか、致命傷は免れたようだ。遠くないうちに復帰できるだろう。スノーホワイトはボディが両断されている。だが綺麗に切断されていたため、最も軽傷で済んだとも言える。セシルの修理が終われば、すぐにでも復帰するだろう。
Oh, why? I see.
以上だ。
ヨハン。
以上だ。Spoken like the man, I'm just gonna report the news and whatever happens, happens. No, I'm just gonna have to deal. He is brutal, man. Sometimes the news he brings with deep regrets. Regret is it?
口を塞いでいろドロシ。今はお前と話す気分だね。
I don't wish to talk to you right now.
10分間の休憩とする。
When the rest of 10 minutes, Johan staggers off as Dorothy watches him go.
接合は完了しました。
it's the OST of the login screen now. This is the new goddess for OST. Will it be permanent? Or is it only a temporary? Could be mind switch. I wouldn't be surprised if Snow White mind switch because of the otherwise.
皮肉な話ですが、切断面が綺麗で簡単でした。具合は大丈夫ですか？
何もかも思い出した。
Without mind
思い
switch.
出したとは何のことですか？
お姉ちゃんのことだ。セシル。
はい。
強い武器と装備をくれ。今のままではお姉ちゃんに勝てない。出せるものはない。好きにしてくれ。
So put it on my tab.
知っていましたか？エデンにはあなた方、つまりパイオニア専用と言っても過言ではない兵器や装備のプランがあります。
Is Cecile and Johan planned that far ahead?
もしいつか共闘できる時が来たら、
That still be enough though.
それを送るつもりでした。ヨハンが直々に進めていた計画です。
なぜこの戦いに出さなかった？
あくまで計画ですから。
ああ。
完成はいつになる？
あなたが協力的であれば2週間で足ります。
わかった。よろしく頼む。
Does this eye represent that she's in fast mode the entire time? Because we know that she in half the time, right? Where she starts in what's this down amber, then she has this yellow mode that whenever she uses a 7 draw full active, she will have it. But now I think with this introduction, we are going to have overspec pilgrim. We're gonna have overspec pilgrims. So either this is one thing we're gonna do. They are going to upgrade like the bond system produced to the pilgrims as to all the old units they currently have. And this will allow their skills to be upgraded and allow them to have this form. Or they are going to have overspecs, like how they deal with overspec, like how we had in Mihara, we had everybody, where they will basically be a new gacha version of this build. Now, how I think they will go about it is probably the gacha way, because that is the way they will earn a lot of money. They're going to put another gacha skin step on top of it and give it to us as how they have been doing it now. I don't think this format will change. They have been doing this format since I've been... is it Red Hood? No. What's the one after Red Hood? SBS. After Scarlet Black Shadow. So if we go on with that, then likely we're gonna see a new gacha version of Fight coming soon. So we are not gonna have full active coming time soon. And if it coincides, it might coincide with Rapid Red Hood's new upgrade as well. Yeah, we know that Rapid Red Hood recently had an upgrade, or should I say she reconnected with Red Hood. Yeah, that. But we already know that Red Hood power capacity isn't strong enough to fight Little Wise already, right? So it's gonna mean that overspec is not the only upgrade we're gonna get the upgrade probably in the next 4 years. No, sorry, next 2.5 years. Now probably, I'm looking at the next 2.5 years. They are probably going to push another version of Rappi in that amount of time. So it might coincide with 5 years. It might coincide with 6. It might. It really might. Oh. So this is the reborn inherit, huh? Or should I say the reborn pioneer? They're still pioneer after all. They are not going to use the OG anymore. But then what's the fate of Scarlet then? You may say plot armor, but I'm gonna think somehow Rose will have to kick in. Of course, Rose is a bit yanderish to Scarlet now, so if she's in the most precarious situation, what I'm worried about is who has the most technology right now? Celia? As much as she's really good right now, I think her feeling right now is that she is less powerful than even Mirror in technology. And that is scary to say, that Mirror has more technology than Celia. So this is what I think will happen in when Hard Mode Part 2 come out. Scarlet will be revived, similar to how Rose is revived. Because control Rose, Scarlet must be alive. So Mirror will definitely have to also counter that plan. And also now that you know that Little Wise is out in a while, Surface is dangerous, what will Mirror do? She can go back to the Rapture Queen and get killed for betraying, right? But she also can equally help out behind the scenes on the commander, and once you get the commander on the good side, she can control the commander. She will be able to fulfill her goal the same way as ever before. That is until Cinderella comes in. Once Cinderella comes in, Mirror might be even more sticky situation than ever before, but till time comes, I still cannot predict that route. But based on how the story written to such a basically dead end kind of scenario, they can't really write any other way, can Snow White closes her eyes, reaching into the recesses of her memory. A white landscape flickers into a field overflowing with white lilies, swaying gently in the wind. A crimson landscape flickers before her eyes. Her hood. Beats dancing under the blazing sun. An old melody carried by the wind. Pause their final farewell. Tears roll down her cheek. The queen has retreated from Eden. The battle is over and it's just rain. The OST has also changed. Hey Dorothy. No words?
Is
that Nayuta speaking? Gideon is so quiet. Wait, what happened? Oh wait, Papillon was safe, right? Hava Noir Isabel. He's actually grieving. Yeah, she has a good heart, huh? So is she gonna double spy like freaking Mirror? Is she gonna be a double agent again? Dorothy is just not gonna say anything. She's like PTSD fight already. I don't see Johan, so she's resting. He outside of the school? No. Outside the school. Nowhere else. This is empty as hell, dude. Where the whole place was full of pilgrims everywhere. And this legit feels more like a graveyard now. Oh. So quiet, yeah, Papillon, I agree with you. Snow White is not out in the field as well. You would imagine that she's out in the field somewhere. The garden, perhaps? But it's not even the case. You don't even see a Snow White. But she finished her post-operation. As you can see her lying around here. Nope. There's still one more chapter, right? And hard mode is going to give us a new spell. So, okay, I guess we should round up for here and then ask thoughts about this part right now. As said, I have read the comment section, not obviously on my video, but the social media. A lot of people don't really like how the story has gone. Because a lot of revives have been happening. People really dislike Rose being revived, which I can understand. I did finish SBS story after all. And of course, Mirror. I have more problems with Mirror reviving than anything else, honestly, because Mirror is the most ball game, lazy writing that Shiva could have done. She has a lot of tools, which makes her really easy to write. But because of it is easy to write and one of the most hated character, and they brought her back. One, they make death slightly meaningless. Some people obviously say that. I do agree. I don't want Mirror to be back. If anything, Mirror should have stayed RIP. Lily-wise, being here. What happened to the internet? There's a drop frames. There was a drop frame just now. Oh, testing. Okay, so back to it. We already have known like Lily-wise will come back eventually. We didn't know the brain was taken by that balloon girl. I couldn't remember her name. But she never took the body because back then they didn't necessitate the body. They needed the head to stop whatever damage was done to her by Cinderella, right? So in essence, a big portion of their time was lost. Now, the problem I have with the whole thing regarding the revival of Lilith was that Lilith's body was originally not put. Where was Lilith's body held? In Nihilista. So if they put Lilith's body, if they had put Lilith's body in on the way back to Dun just now, where Talos was the ones delivering them, would the revival have been prevented, or would the blood of the Queen be able to still revive? Because that is one thing we do not know. Why were they nonchalant about it? Like, did they not know how the Queen was going to use it? So I think at some point, right, Nayuta did make a mistake. Another mistake. A compounding mistake. That was quite far-reaching. Unable to kill Nihilista, number one. Did not manage to secure Lilith body. So Lilith body was not used as a strategic prevention against the Queen. Number three, this allowed Lilith to revive in full. And if you see her eyes is star eyes. I don't recall how Lilith's body was on. Let me check how Lilith's eyes were in Nikke. Lilith. Open image in new tab. eyes were white and star. Was her eye pink and star this time? I'm gonna go into my stream and look back in the cutscene. Back. What was the eye color of Lilith? 10 minutes ago? No, 10 minutes ago was a post. Okay, what I've seen, her face is... yeah, her eyes is a bit pinkish. I do not know whether that's intended, that her eyes look pink like that. Is there a way to show that this is Lilith-wise? Also, another thing is I don't know whether this Lilith-wise was taken from... let's see, this image, when was this image posted up? Gallery of Lilith-wise. Yeah, there's definitely updated versions already. But the queen can't speak, right? So... Lanius, Lilith-wise in red ash. It is white. It is white in the red ash PV. It's a bit hard to see whether it can differentiate if it's corruption or anything. But we know that the body is made out of dark matter instead of Nikke armor, right? I confirm what I can confirm about Lilith-wise now. So I think that's all the part I can say about Lilith-wise. As to what the story will entail following this, we know some of Lilith-wise original instinct is still inside. So does she want to protect the commander? We do know that she holds some maternal instinct from the wise, right? The queen. But who knows how much of the queen's personality was overridden or controlled, right? And we know Nim is a artifact that can even affect raptures as well, so it's gonna be kind of interesting. Next will be the stance of, now that we know that Snow White is going through kind of quote-unquote retrading phase, but similar to how Inherit did. There's a lot of possibility that we might see new Pioneer member. How? Replication of past strong Nikke. You know that some of the commanders, some of the CEOs want to replicate old Nikkes in terms of strength, but I don't know how they're gonna do it with a body and core that is not suitable. And they want to make it AI brain, so there will be like ChatGPT brain. That's gonna be hard. And we're gonna need to take into account ending as well. As for everything else, I think it's satisfying to end Individia. Hopefully Individia stays actually dead this time. Same as Chatterbox. I don't know how Chatterbox would continue about this story. With how Mariam's current state is, and with how Lilywise is. We also do not know how Lilywise will talk with Raptures, because honestly speaking, rather instinctive. Last one would Johan. Johan is still dedicated to the cause, but I think there is a fate, right, where the legendary commander is still living on. A lot of people have speculated Anderson for a very long while, and I don't think it could be and in order to survive for that long, she has been doing some weird project himself, and that's why she on going back to the, should I say, what they call it, his so-called life and death treatment every once in a while. Because he might not technically be supposed to be alive, right? So he's probably injecting some sort of regeneration into himself to keep himself alive. So what will happen? Anderson is the legendary commander, and he dies in front of Lilywise. That will be another case. Who is, now that we know that there are like Raptures able to free themselves from domination, how many of them are going to listen, and how many of the Raptures are going to be the following time? Because we know the Queen can kill her own fellow Raptures effectively. And then the fate of Mariam, right? The fate of Mariam, we have a few things to go on. Mariam is effectively coreless, so they will need a new core that can feed her, who is unique by itself. And her brain is still, so the only thing is, how can she keep herself alive? And if the queen is still within her, right? Because for her to be strong, I say quote unquote strong, she's still weak, needs to be trained by the so get the effect of the special boost. Because the commander have the blood to fellow Nikke, and likely able to boost heretic as well. Nihilista fate is also something we are able to talk about. Since she was consumed, she could be killed. Eventually, I doubt she will come back. So many of the current like pilgrim Nikkes are gone. Answers, or I don't think they will get a new one. So we'll probably still get new Dorothy versions, but a lot of the others like Inherit will probably be going. Noah might get a new gear. Capelon might get a new gear if she wants to work with Eden. So a lot of other circumstances. A lot of other circumstances. Man, the story is so heavy, man. There's so much thing you can think about. Nayuta's storyline is blank right now. I can't even draw any conclusion. I can't draw any conclusion. Let's see. Does she know Lilith? Was she the initial gen character? And with her expounding everything she has, she needs to be. So she might go on another pilgrimage. After stabilizing Eve, might go on a pilgrimage because that's how she gained power. Doesn't gain power by staying in. Gain power in a way, collecting information. Because she had to use all of her information zones as well. Actually power for the final phase, and of course she also basically have all of her combat clones ready. We know that much that she will at least, she's not injured that badly, she's going to come back, she's going to grind, Crown is safe, and she will be on the grind, Time is safe, grind, Halo is still going to be killed, Thanos. I don't see overspec upgrade coming to them at all in the near future. So yeah, at most Crown might get a new gear that doesn't need to rely on the body or the naked mode basically. Yeah. I think coming up the resolution, we're gonna have Gohan announce what is the next step they're gonna take. They're going to probably... Dorothy will definitely state her intentions of what she wants to do. And she will go back to the arc. Because we know Dorothy will still stay at the arc. This is technically the period where Shikikan is not back yet. Still doing the first expansion or exploring the, which is somewhere between the chapter that we're in now and a slightly later chapter. I have no doubt about that. Well, I don't think the storyline is the same. No. Storyline could still be slightly before where we were, or wise anyway. It could make sense during the pre-Red Hood. It could still make sense before meeting a Red Hood, actually, because even if she call her back, right, what would have happened would have been not much, because she wouldn't be able to the loss, because right now they're still dealing with the reparation, the loss of Scarlet, not back yet. Banzo is also not back yet. Dorothy can stay sane under Red Hood. The problem with timeline, where would this be? I know some people quantify it as like, yeah, it's just right around where Papillon was kind of taken hostage. I still do not know when she goes back to the arc, so if she goes back to the arc, I know that's when around the time when it ended, right? Where it began, I'm not sure. That means we need to do more main story content, and that's not happening. Oh, anyway, I think we shall wrap up, I think, this part. There was a lot of content, so yeah. The rules of Eden. Everyone in Eden is qualified, everyone in Eden is capable of protecting themselves, everyone in Eden is capable of protecting Eden. No one in Eden will sacrifice or exploit. Roof Wall has been kind of punished to it. No one in Eden will betray Eden. Papillon. No one in Eden will devote themselves to humanity. This rule likely will change. Because choosing Inherit means that they have to work with Pioneer, right? And Pioneer thought process is different. Everyone in Eden will reclaim the sun. I think this is what everyone will put themselves under. I didn't even realize that was there. And there's still stuff I do not know here. Okay, and we get this. Order Spore. Dated story. This story is the prequel to the ongoing event Goddess Fall. Hidden Spear. Oh, I did not even touch the side story. Wonder I'm missing a whole bunch of information. Oh, okay. Let's go back to pulling. I'm gonna do another 2 more pull. A Berylio. It's still 5. It's still 5. It's still 5. See what I mean? It's still 5. Okay, let's do 1 pull here first. Yeah, I have no luck today, I can feel it. But I will do 1 more pull on the main banner for the end. 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Today's luck is very purple, right? Just like Lovalia's color. So please give me Liberalio. I just want a 0. Purple at start. Feels bad, man. Okay. Guess that's all the pull we're gonna do. Giving me 7 now. You know what? I'm getting too irritated. Okay, you give me 3 purple, I'm gonna stop. Because it means that I am not gonna have luck. So I'm just gonna ignore that. Okay, with that out of the way, we're gonna do some pulling with the high access records. We are going to do some pulling on this. Get more high perfect mold. Even more high perfect mold. Okay. I think it's better than purple, but holy shit. Oh yeah, we also got one of this. What's this again? Right, we can pick our character. Selection box. Honestly speaking, probably Chime. In terms of usability. Honestly, I'll just keep it. There's no time limit, I'm not gonna bother. I think I'll just keep it. Yeah, you know what? Okay, okay, if we're gonna do the last hit, we should still have some time. We're gonna do Surface. We're gonna do 2 Reclamations. Okay, so I have Alpha Particle stage 2 done. Or stage 3 done. I have produced the last thing. I have been factoring this in. Hospital, we can actually confirm all. Okay. Let's come here. We're gonna start this and we're gonna start this. This might put a little bit of a strain on my current stuff, but honestly speaking, yeah, I do want some level of multi upgrade now. So after this upgrade is done, I will have max percent for the new color. Then I will go on to core production. And after core production is done, I'm going to start doing the core upgrade. Then we're going to work from there. The one thing I'm still confused of is gear wise. I don't know where the gear is. Seemingly enough. Unless there's something else that's good. I'm not. Yeah. And this thing will come out every once in a while, so we got to do eventually. Okay, let's finish our stuff here and then we can start our stream. Okay, I think there was a lot of story done. A lot more time given than I thought, but for, as I said, it is very backlog heavy. The hard mode is going to be like, I think 1 or 2 scenes. Okay, let's put this down. Until start of occupation battle, 30 seconds. Okay, we got processing plant. I need all of this to start working, so I think I wouldn't mind. Now some stuff I still do not know how to unlock, like this thing. It here is unlocked by some secret puzzle here. I still do not know how to do this. Okay. Engage, force engagement early. Okay, force engagement early.
お呼びですか？私は準備できています。
Serious? That is still far away.
呼んだ？何よ、もう。
Damn, this fight is way difficult. We are gonna have to force the thing device to take damage. There's no way we can do this.
お呼びですか？お呼びでしょうか？どのルートで参りましょうか？ルート設定完了。出発いたします。よっ。
It's gonna be out of.
指揮官。
命令をください。お呼びですか？はい、ご命令を。よっ。
Oh my goodness.
呼んだ？
命令をください。
Come back, come back.
私は準備できています。
This thing is really long. I don't really like the
どの
way
ル
they
ートで
style
参り
it.
ましょうか。はい、ご命令
I'd
を。
rather they do it in a wave system rather than this system, because this system means that if you kill slow, you're gonna have wave stuck on top of it. So it's more similar to how they did for the Crown mini game,
命
Tower
令
Defense
を
mini
くだ
game.
さ
I don't mind if
い。
they have that kind of thing again.
該当地点に移動します。お呼びでしょうか。お呼びですか。どのルートで参りましょうか。
Oh boy.
呼んだ？
よっ。
何よ、もう。はい、指揮官。
Nice.
私は準備できています。
Oh.
お呼びですか。
Yeah, I was glad
私は
I go
準備
back
できてい
and
ます。
actually get my HP. I wouldn't be able to do this on like
何よ、も
a
う。
scrum of HP. That's for sure.
どのルートで参りましょうか。
お呼びでしょうか。
Okay, done. First time reward. Get all of this. Very nice. Prepare the warehouse so that we get max storage again. If we repair it, they actually don't cost any. Kinda nice. Think users what to charge? I do not know. I'll need to check when the thing comes out. But I think a lesser time was the same time. Anyway, since I said it before, this is gonna take a while. Let's quick demo the other one.
命令を
I
く
already
だ
crafted
さ
both of
い。
them, so okay, repair complete. Repair complete. Warehouse complete. Okay, Geonic plant I want to upgrade immediately. No point waiting. Okay, Goddessian plant I also want to upgrade. Because they are on my generation. What is that? I guess we can't do that, huh? Yep, guess I need to find the other one. So I guess we're going to continue exploring in our own time. Yep, okay. That's all I have for
ご命令を。
surface exploration, I guess. Yeah, so we definitely want more green. Okay, this one's fine. Okay. Can we upgrade our warehouse yet? No. Okay. Yeah, so I guess that's all we can do for surface. I need to go find out all of this thing, solve the puzzle here, I still have to solve it. And finish up sector 2. As you can see, there's still a bunch I have not find. Anyway, the sectors are all on this map apparently. So it's not just this one map is sector 1. This whole map is all sectors. So yeah. So we have 4 sectors, we need to complete sector 1, 2, 3 and 4 will be quite devastating. There's plenty of them. And all in all, I also learned that if you open the chest, there are this big thing you can use inside the outpost. The outpost one here.
呼んだ？
So there's outpost you can actually use to gather all this stuff. Yeah. That said though, I think I'll end the stream here. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the content on this game, especially Nikke, I'll be streaming Nikke for the current foreseeable future. I still like the game and I don't find it a hassle. If anything, I like how they are actually branching out right now. I know some people may say they have lazy writing, lazy story, reviving, a lot of complaints. And well, I will say that you just give them a little bit. If they can cook, they will cook hard. If they can't cook, well, I think it's fair to rant.
どのルートで参りましょうか。
But compared to like GBF and whatever game, I quit most of the game in general. Yeah, I find that this game is still worth playing for me personally. I can't say for other people. It's just part of being my unit. And yeah, okay. If you're on YouTube, please do leave a like, press the subscribe button, press the notification bell down below so that whenever I do my streams upload, you'll be notified. And on Twitch, you just press the follow button down below, and it'll be. Next stream will probably focus on a hybrid style. I'll probably do first half Nikke. We'll do surface explorations. I have unlocked quite a lot of surface right now. I might as well go with the trend. And then we will go back to Hollow Knight and play a little bit. I have been grinding the stuff, so I should be able to content now. I've already got the info key. I've grinded out about several thousand already, and I'm going to get the last, I guess, key item, which is the lamp thingy. I have no idea where to use that on. But yeah, that'll be the last item. Then I will stop playing Hollow Knight for a bit. I did get used or custom. I've been fighting the big guy, the one that drops 45 GO for grinding purposes. And each round I do 100 IP. So it will take a while to get 1600 GO for the last one before I start doing experiments. But yeah, without further ado though, thank you very much for watching. I will end the stream here, and I will see you next time. Probably next week. Yeah. Bye bye.